With the official beginning of summer in sight, inventory is up, way up, here in the Olympia area, with buyers and sellers on a fairly level playing field. What do you need to know this month? I'll break it down in my June market update. Hi friends, I'm Realtor Scott Tompkins, your 360 agent. I live right here in beautiful Olympia, Washington, and here are my key takeaways about the real estate market in Thurston County for June 2026. The number of new listings was up a touch from last year, and our active inventory landed at just under 900 homes, which is high for our market and means buyers have more choices. Pending sales were flat, and closed sales increased by about 8%. The typical home that sold here in May was built in 1991, had just over 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and featured just over 1,900 finished square feet. 63% had air conditioning, and 57% were in an HOA. Our months of inventory jumped to 2.64 months of supply, a 26% increase from last year. This means it would take about 2.6 months to sell all the available homes. Sellers in May accepted an offer in about a month, 5 days slower than last year. This month, about 48% of buyers used conventional financing, 11% used FHA financing, 13% paid cash, and 25% used a VA loan. Homes this month sold for just over the list price, down slightly from last year. Our median sales price of $530,000 represented a modest gain of just $2,000 from 2025. Remember that median is the middle price, where half the homes sold for less and half sold for more. Our average sales price of just over $585,000 fell by a few $100 from last month, but was up about $11,000 from last year. The bottom line is that home prices are continuing to go up over time. About 54% of sellers offered some type of seller concessions, such as assistance with buyers' closing costs. That's the lowest this number has been since last July. The number of sellers needing to do at least one price reduction has been decreasing, and it dropped again this month. About 24% of sellers needed to drop their price. For the sellers who did need to reduce their home's price, the median total price reduction was about 3.4%, meaning the typical price reduction was just under $18,000. Before I take us home, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and tap the bell to be notified when I release new videos. Thank you. Now let's take a peek at how hot the market is by looking at several of my favorite statistics. First, multiple offers. This month, about 1 in 4 pending homes had multiple offers, right where we've been for the last 5 months. Buyers, remember that skipping inspections is a bad idea. If you're looking for smarter ways to write a competitive offer, watch my video, How to Write a Kick-Ass Offer That Sellers Will Love. Finally, 6% of buyers use an escalation addendum, a tool that automatically increases your offer to beat other buyers, but only up to your comfort level. This is about the same as last month's number. So is this a good time to buy or sell a home in the South Puget Sound? Here's my take. Buyers, I love seeing that you have so many home choices. I know that many of you are feeling unsure about interest rates and the economy, and maybe you're even hoping home prices or interest rates are going to drop. I don't think this is going to happen, but if I were planning to buy, I would take advantage of high inventory levels while other buyers are sitting on the fence. Here are 2 buyer tips this month. First, if you're going to ask for help with your closing costs, don't be greedy. Maybe consider asking for some, but not all, of your closing costs. Remember, every dollar you ask for is a dollar out of the seller's pocket. Second, consider using an escalation addendum. This can be a great tool to increase your offer just enough to beat other buyers. Talk to your agent about the pros and cons of using these. Sellers, your homes are selling for more in less time, and only about 1 in 4 of you needed to drop your price last month. And the median price reduction was less. You're sitting in a pretty good position, but keep 2 things in mind. First, homes went under contract in 32 days last month. A month is a number I can wrap my head around. Don't despair if your home isn't flooded with offers right away. But as you approach a month on the market, take a good look at how many prospective buyers are looking at your home and dig into the feedback you're getting. This will help you decide if a price adjustment is appropriate. Second, remember that 23% of homes had multiple offers last month. That means 77% of homes only had 1 offer. When you get an offer, unless it's an offensively lowball one, work with the buyer to get across the finish line. Remember that you're both working toward the same goal. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Enjoy the season and happy house hunting!